Hello my dear students, good morning. This video is related to creating and running programs of Unit 1. So here this topic is going to be explained how you are going to be create the programs and how the programs can be executed by the system. So the process of creating and running programs is fall into four categories. So here the process of creating and executing the programs is fall into four categories, such as first one is writing and editing programs. Writing and editing programs. Second one is compiling programs. Second one is compiling programs. Third one is linking programs. Third one is linking programs. Fourth one is executing programs. So the process of creating and running programs is fall into four stages. One is writing and editing programs, compiling programs, linking programs. Next one is executing programs. These are the four different stages can be used for creating and executing the programs. First one is writing and editing programs. Writing and editing programs. The software which is used to write programs is known as text editor. I hope all you know text editor. We have a lot of editors like Notepad, TC, Turbo C editor. Next one is Edit Plus, BC, NE, Norton editor. So all these are the editors. So these editors can be used to type some text. So whatever the program you are going to be write in the system, that program can be written by using editors, which is called as a text editor. These editors allow to enter or modify or maybe unstore the character data. So these text editor is allowing to enter or change and store the character data. It also allows some editing features. Editing in the sense cut, copy, paste, etc. insert, etc. So which is also allowing the editing features. One is cut, copy, paste, insert, like that. So after typing a program in editor, you have to save the file in the disk. This program is known as source program. So that means whatever the program you typed in the text editor is known as the source program. If it is a C program, that can be saved in the disk by extension .c. If it is a text file, .txt, like that. So whatever the program you enter to the text editor, that is called as a source program. This program is written by the user. So the next one is, after writing the program, the second process is compiling programs. After writing the program by the user by using text editor, it needs to be compiled. Why? Because the source program is in high level language. So in order to execute by the system, first it needs to be converted into the object file. That process is known as compiling process. So the process of converting the source program from one language, whatever the language used, in general the source program is in high level language, into mission codes, or from the mission codes to the high level language is known as compilation process. So for making execution, first what you have to do, you need to compile the program. Compilation is nothing but the process of converting the source program from one language to the mission language. So this compilation process is done with either compilers or interpreters. Already we discussed compilers as well as interpreters. What is compiler? Compiler is a translator which can translate whole program at a time. But whereas interpreter, which also translates a high-level language program into mission code, but here it translates line by line, line by line. So this compilation process consists of two steps. This compilation process consists of two steps. First one is analysis of the source program. Analysis of the source program. And the second one is synthesis of the object program. So the compilation process, compilation is nothing but what? The converting the high level language program into mission codes. This compilation process consists of two steps. One is known as the analysis of the source program. Next one is the synthesis of the object program. So this analysis phase, the first phase in the compilation process, this analysis phase uses the precise description of the source programming language, precise in the form of very small description of the source programming language. What is the source programming language? It is in the form of high level language. So lexical rules, syntax rules and semantic rules. So here this analysis phase is going to be used the precise description of the source programming language of lexical rules, syntax and semantic rules. So what do you mean by lexical rule? Lexical rules specifies the valid syntactic elements of words of the language. Words of the language. Specify the valid syntax. Valid syntactic in the sense maybe the identifier, maybe simple statements. So lexi is going to be specify the valid syntactic elements. Similarly, next one is syntax rules. It specifies the way in which valid syntactic elements, syntactically it must be correct, A equal to B plus C, that is the syntax, are combined to form the statements of the language. So it is going to be specified the syntactical specification. And third one is semantic, that is nothing but meaning, which assigns meaning to valid statements of the language. So these are the three different rules can be used by the analysis phase. So here it is the process of compilation. It is the process of compilation. How the process compilation can be taken place. In first, the lexical analyzer takes successive lines of source program. Successive lines of source program, where it available? It is available through the text editor. So the lexical analyzer takes successive lines of source program and breaks them in the sense divide them into individual lexical items based on the lexical rules, namely maybe the identifier, operators, or maybe other kind of specifications which are in the form of smaller units. So after dividing the program statements into the small lexical items, then it is constructing the symbol table. For each identifier and finds the internal representation of each constant. So what is the rule of this? In first compilation process, first it is going to be takes successive lines of the source program and breaks them into the individual lexical items, namely identifiers or with operators, etc. For that lexical items, it is going to be constructs symbol table for each identifier and finds the internal representation of each constant. What is the internal representation? How it is going to be represent internally? It is going to represent. After completion of this lexical phase, then it enters into the second stage called as the syntactic analysis. It is the second stage of compilation process. In the syntax analysis, it is done using techniques based on the formal grammar of programming language. Formal grammar of programming languages. It is the basic rules of syntax rules. Basic rules. After semicolon, if it is the C program, after semicolon, each program statement can be ended. If it is ended flower bracket, then that means program is going to be terminate like that. Then in third, then it is going to be enter into the semantic analysis. Semantic in the sense the meaning. Here, an intermediate code of the final machine language is going to produce. Here it is going to produce intermediate code of the programming language is going to be produced. After completion of the semantic analysis, then finally here the compilation process can be entered into the code generator. Code generator. It produces the object code of the source program. Object code of the source program. This code generator generates object programming of the source program, that is object program is noted .obj. So which is nothing but a machine language program, which is nothing but a machine language program. So the output machine language code is known as object program. So this object program, this code is in the form of zeros and ones. So here, after making the completion of all these kinds of specifications, then it is going to be entered into the linking. It is going to be entered into the linking programs. Here, the most of the high-level language program consists of multiple modules. Module is nothing but a small program area. Here, the linker is a program which is going to be used to arrange all the object codes of the modules into single executable program. Here, let us observe this diagram. Here, it is module 1 of source code, module 2 of source code. Here, I divided the source program into two modules. Here, this first module can be divided by the translator, and module 2 also divided by the translator, and that can be converted into the first object program. This can be converted to the other object program. These two separate object programs can be combined by the linker and can be sent to the single executable program. So here, this linker is going to assembles the various objects generated by the compiler, so that that object is accepted as a single executable program. The next stage is executing program. To execute the program, it is necessary to place the program into primary memory. Why it is need to place with primary memory? At the time of execution, all the programs must be reside in main memory or primary memory or RAM, random access memory. It is a read-write memory. So for this, operating system activates another component which is called as a loader. So this loader is going to load all the executable program into the primary memory. Here, while executing the programs, after compilation process, this source program first you are giving to the translator. The translator is going to be generate the object code in the form of different modules. Then again, each and every object code can be linked by the linker as a single executable program. Then that single executable program is nothing but zeros and ones. Then this loader is going to be load the program into the main memory. Then this program can be executed by the control unit and it is going to produce the results. So this is the concept of creating and running programs. So first, for making creation and running the programs, it is related to 4 stages. One is writing and editing programs, compiling programs, linking programs, executing programs. All of you please go through very carefully. Very important question for examination point of view. So somewhat bigger question. The next very small topic is process of programming. So in this process of programming, the process of solving a problem statement includes different steps. First one is understand the problem to be solved. And next one is think and design the solution logic. Next, write the program in the chosen programming language. Next, translate the program to mission code. Translate the program to mission code. Next one is test the program with sample data. And last one is put the program into operation. So the process of solving problem statement includes different steps. First one is understand the problem to be solved. So it is the first step. It is the first step involved in the problem process of programming. So in this phase, understand the problem statement by identifying the proper requirements. Identify the proper requirements. So that means for identifying the proper requirements, what you have to do? The programmer must interact with the end user for gathering of the required data. So before going to be develop the problem, first you understand the problem to be solved. For that one, here the programmer must interact with the end user for better understandability. The next phase is think and design the solution logic. So here this phase is to develop the logic of solving the problem. That means there may be different solution logics are designed in order to execute the programs. So you need to think and design the solution logic, which is the better logic for development of the program. So always logic must be very simple, which must be executed as fast as possible. The program execution is based on the logic only. And third phase is write the program in the chosen programming language. So in this phase, here, this write the program using a chosen programming language according to its rules. According to its rules. Whatever the program you are running, based on that, it is going to choose the language. And fourth phase is translate the program to mission code. So here, this is nothing but a generating the object code by the translator using the form of zeros and ones. Zeros and ones. And next one is test the program with sample data. In this phase, all the program errors can be displayed. Error the program is displayed. And last one is the last phase, make the program operational. That means here the program is put to actual use. It is the process of programming. Thank you. If you have any doubts, please contact me. Thank you.